So good session there, Alex. Well structured. I just want to get round the group to find out what they thought about it, and then obviously you can use this for your evaluation when it comes to your assignment work. So if we start with the person directly in front of me, Dan, so how did you feel the session went? What was a good point for you?
I think you had good subject knowledge.
Okay, stop there. So good subject knowledge. So yeah, I'd agree with that. He seemed to know what he was on about when he was talking to you. Rach, something he could improve on. So that's a positive. So can you find something that he could improve on? No? So you thought it was an all-round good session? Okay. Not giving you much to evaluate there, Alex. Katie, something that he could improve on maybe?
The drills, I think people were getting confused. So the setup drill, a lot of people are confused.
Yep, good. I'd agree with that. Jamie, just behind Katie there, something that he did particularly well and something he could improve on, please.
I think the session as a whole was enjoyable, kept it lively. Something to improve on, probably just like discipline of the group, possibly.
Yeah, there was points where Kai was smashing the ball at the ceiling, he didn't really pick him up on that, and then he booted a ball directly at him, and again he didn't really pick up on him for that. Jack, anything from your point of view about how the session went?
Yeah, it was it had a good pace to it.
Yeah.
Like, it changed up quite often. Like most sessions you go into, they just do all the training and whatever, and then just stop that game until they finish like the end of the session. But he changed it up at the end. So.
Yeah, I picked up on that. That's called whole part whole. I don't know if you know, or if you know what you were doing there, Alex, but that was a really good example of whole part whole, where you take part in the football drill and then you break it down again. So that was really good, and none of your peers have done that yet. So well done for that. So something that you thought was good and maybe something you could improve on, or just one?
When we were doing the shooting, there was loads of balls flying around.
Yeah, again, just that little bit of organisation. Something that you thought was good though?
Pardon? Good. It was a lot of fun.
Why?
I like football.
You like football, so it was an enjoyable session for most because it's a popular sport. Okay, Shana, obviously not being a group member but taking part for your first time. Anything you particularly enjoyed about the session?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I would just say, like, during the stretches, obviously with me being first year, I don't know all the stretches, so you could have done a little bit of a demonstration just to make it a little bit clearer.
Yeah, I agree with that, yeah. So he did do some demonstrations, but I didn't feel he picked up if people weren't doing the exercises correctly. Kai?
I can't actually think of anything bad, but his session was well structured.
Right,
I found
okay.
it was well structured. He knew what he was doing. He planned ahead. So when we were doing, I think it was the passing drill over there, he started setting up the next drill, and it all just flowed together.
Yeah, there was a good flow and pace to the session. I totally agree with that. I mean, from my point of view, just nitpicking here, if I pan round, there's bags, there's coats on the benches, on the floor, there's the two nets out there. That's an issue for me. The pump's still out here on the floor. There's balls, there's bags over there. For me, that's a bit of a health and safety issue. It wasn't something where I felt I had to stop the session because we were away from the pitch area, but again, you've got the cupboard facility to be able to put stuff like that away, so thinking forward, I would have done that. Maybe think about your demonstration. So you did demonstrate some things, but you were quite able at the sports to demonstrate everything. So with regards to the passing drills, I would have stepped in and showed people how you would want the passing drills conducted, particularly when you said I think it was 10 yards apart. Some people were 20 yards apart, some people were 5 yards apart. There was no real standardization there. Maybe you could have made the drills a little bit harder with regards to bringing them closer 5 yards, then expanding to 10 yards. But again, these are all little things that you will improve on with experience. So just progressive things within the drill. The game, one big thing that I picked up on, you were very consumed with the time management of the goalkeepers, which was excellent, but you sort of lost track of what you are doing. You're officiating, and there were a few health and safety issues where Certain players were, as I said, when Kai was kicking the ball at the ceiling, didn't really pick up on that, maybe because you were so focused on what was going on the watch. If balls went out of play, you need to be on top of that. When teams score, you need to be on top of that in terms of a centre kick again, just to keep that structure, organisation and safety of the session. And also everyone knows exactly what they're doing and where they stand. But apart from that, I thought as a whole it was a really good, effective, it was a safe session. That's why I didn't step in. So overall, really pleased with it. The biggest plus for me was the flow and pace of the session. Lots of activities. You introduced whole part whole, which you've not really been shown by myself, so that was good. But just for a future point, if anybody does want to introduce that, the way you would use that normally is going straight into the game after the warm-up. So you're all involved in the game and then breaking it down into, right, we're going to work on passing now, and then maybe going into a game again after one drill and then breaking it down, we're going to do a further extension task on passing or change into dribbling, then going into a game. So you're always going back to the game and people can hopefully use them skills in a game. But I thought overall really good, different football session because they can be quite samey. Okay, thank you.